121.37. Approaching 113, to all these stations stand by, sir. There is overlapping of frequency. Korean Air 8022, line up and wait for runway 14.
Korean Air 8022.
Sri Lankan 189, taxi via Charlie November to hold short runway 14.
Taxi via Charlie November to hold for runway 14, Sri Lankan 189.
Air India 71, you have asked for the clearance, correct?
Yeah, Air India 71 ready to copy.
Air India 71 cleared to destination Kathmandu via Dhaka-Kathmandu Alpha departure runway 14. Climb initially flight level 70 and squawk 4727.
Alpha clears to destination Kathmandu flight 21 F4 departure is 714. Initial climb flight, initial climb 7,000 feet, squad 4727, India 71.
India 71 feedback is corrected by steady for push and start. Iran Air 1243, report ready to copy your clearance?
Yes, ready for copy.
Air 1243 cleared to destination Kathmandu via Dhaka-Kathmandu Alpha departure runway 14. Climb initially flight level 70 and squawk 4775.
It's 882, confirm the previous.
Roger that. Clear for destination Kathmandu via plan route. Departure Chega-1 Alpha departure and initially climb 70 and squawk 4775. Iran 1243.
In 1243 feedback is correct by ready for push and start. Break Korean Air 8022 cleared for takeoff runway 14 surface wind 160 degrees at 8 knots. Report passing 2,000 feet.
Korean Air 8022.
Cathay 842 taxi request taxi.
Cathay 426 standby for the taxi. Break Emirates 882 confirm ready to copy your clearance.
It's 882, pass your message.
Emirates 882 cleared to destination Kathmandu via Dhaka-Kathmandu Alpha departure on a correction. Emirates 882 standby. Emirates 882 for the event your flight plan is invalid. I am sending your flight plan via the text.
Alright, so can you send us the amended flight plan through text message? Emirates 882.
So we are at Dhaka airport right now. This frequency is extremely busy. I'm just collecting some information to complete my pre-flight at the moment.
Push back and startup is approved. Push to face north QNH 1003.
Push and start approved passing north QNH is 1003 Bangladesh 1182.
Bravo 256, request taxi.
Cathay 426, taxi via Foxtrot November to hold short runway 14.
Taxi 5 Foxtrot November runway 14, Cathay 426.
Bravo.
Approaching 45 runway 14.
Sri Lankan 189 line up and wait runway 14. And break Bravo 0256, confirm ready to taxi.
Yes, please.
Bravo 0256, taxi via Charlie November to hold short runway 14.
I'm just quickly doing some performance calculations.
Ready for Alpha to Kathmandu. Taxi Charlie November, hold your runway 14, Bravo 0256.
Korean Air 8022, 3,000 feet.
Korean 8022, contact Dhaka approach 121.3.
1213, Korean 8022.
01 at gate 1 Robert.
Ready for push and start, Iran Air 1242.
To all the stations, please stand by, please stand by.
Dynasty 622, information echo ready for Alpha to Kathmandu.
Just having to adjust some weight and balance so that our landing weight is fine.
Via Tegak 1 Alpha departure on 14. Climb flight level 70 and squawk 4707.
To the destination via Tegak 1 Alpha departure on the 14 initially 70, squawk 4707, Dynasty 622.
Dynasty 622 readback is correct, advice to the proportion start.
Rocket connect, push and start, Iran Air 1242.
Push for the dispatch.
Air India 71, there will be delays as there's a Bangladesh 737 on your right side pushing back.
Yeah, Roger.
Dynasty 622, request push and start.
To correction, Dynasty 622 pushback and startup is set to push to the north, QNH 1022, and break Sri Lankan 189 are cleared for takeoff from the 14 surface wind 160 degrees at 8 knots, report passing 2000.
Takeoff passing 2000, clear for takeoff from 14 wind copy, Sri Lankan 189.
Push and start approved, face north, QNH 1002, Dynasty 622.
Request push and start, Iran Air 1243.
I need to put in the transition altitude, so I'll be getting that from the airport chart.
Face to the south, QNH 1003.
Face to south, Iran Air 505, push and start. Thanks.
Transition altitude says is 4,000 feet, so I'm going to enter that over here. And it is going to be executed.
822, confirm you have accepted the flight plan that I have given you.
Trim is 6.1, I'll set the trim before I forget it.
Our flight, amending our flight plan on our flight management.
147 is V2, so V2 is the
Flight plan from my side, report ready to copy as clearance.
is what we'll put over here. V2 is the safe speed at which you can climb safely, even if you have only if one engine fails.
To destination Kathmandu via Tegak 1 Alpha departure on 14. Climb initially flight level 70 and squawk 4771.
To Kathmandu via runway 14, Tegak 1 departure, climb initially.
Emirates 882 readback is fully corrected by city for push and start.
Sri Lankan 189, passing 3,500 feet.
Sri Lankan 189 are Roger, contact Dhaka approach 121.
So I've set the cruise altitude in the pressurization panel. I need to check the landing altitude. So to check landing altitude, I need to check Kathmandu charts. Kathmandu elevation is 4,300.
Expect 2 minutes and line up and wait runway 14 Cathay 426.
Dhaka, good evening. Express India 112 request radio check.
Express India 102 readability is 5.
35, thank you.
Requesting taxi, Bangladesh 108.
Okay, so radio check is complete. They can hear us, we can hear them.
Taxi via Charlie November to hold short runway 14.
Charlie November, hold short runway
71. Behind the taxiing traffic, Bangladesh 737-800 from your right to left. Pushback and startup is approved, facing north behind.
After tropic the seat, push and stop.
Alright, I am ready to ask for my clearance now. We mostly have everything set up. Departure, I'm expecting 14 Tegak 1 Alpha. That is what is giving everybody. Takeoff speeds are deleted. That is not a problem. Can you just take those back? So we have information echo. Here is information echo. And they have not given us the QNH. So I'll just get the QNH from the METAR. Alright, as per the METAR, it's a bit hazy right now. There are a lot of aircrafts, as you can see. This is me, this is a 777. There are a lot of aircrafts moving around. A lot of aircrafts.
To all the station in the ground, is there anyone that haven't received their clearance yet?
Express India 1 to request IFR to Kathmandu's file. We have information echo, stand 5.
And Express India 112 is clear to destination Kathmandu via takeoff 1 Alpha departure on 14. Climb initially flight level 70 and squawk will be 4756.
Clear Kathmandu, takeoff 1 Alpha departure on 14. Initial climb 7000 feet, squawk 4756. Express India 112.
Express India 112 readback is corrected by Seri for push and start.
Wilco 112. Alright, we have a clearance.
Taxi, runway 1243.
I guess we can ask pushback now.
Iran 1243, taxi via Charlie November to full short on 14.
Yeah. I'll just set 4, 7, 5.
At 426, clear for takeoff on 14, surface wind 160 degrees at 8 knots, report passing
6.
2000.
456.
Ready for clear for takeoff, runway 14, Cathay 426, will report passing 2000.
And QNH is 1003. I'll just set the QNH over here.
Dynasty 622, taxi via Foxtrot and hold short, taxi via November. At the moment,
Just,
there will be 1 minute delay.
Ask for a clearance as soon as it's due.
Dynasty 622.
Express India 112 request, push and start.
Express India 112, pushback and startup is approved. Facing south, make a bit long pushback. Negative, pushback and startup is approved. Facing south.
Facing south, Express India 112. Alright, facing south, we are currently facing northeast. South is to our right. So we push back to the right, nose to the left. Nose to the right, tail to the left. So I'll go to push back. Select the tug, standard L, nose right, 90 degrees.
Cathay
Start.
426, passing 2000 feet.
At 426, Dhaka approach 121 decimal 3 pattern.
121.3, pattern, Cathay 426.
Bravo 0
Anti-collision lights on.
14, break, Dynasty 622, stand, hold position.
Hold position, Dynasty 622.
Bravo 0256, line up on 14.
So I'm turning on the probe heat, yaw damper, and turning off the packs because we'll be starting the engines now. Packs are off. Engine start switch number 2 to ground. You can see that slowly starting to move now. The blades of the engine are moving. As soon as the N2 rotation reaches more than 24%, I'll introduce fuel. There's the fuel cutoff. As soon as I turn this on, now fuel is being fed into the engine and combustion will begin.
Emirates 882, there will be delay for 3 minutes due to traffic pushing back.
Emirates 882.
At 56%, the starter will automatically cut off. You'll hear a click sound. There. So engine number 2 is started. Sign number 1.
Dynasty 71, taxi via Foxtrot November to hold short runway 14.
Taxi via Foxtrot November, hold short runway 14, Dynasty 622.
India 71, taxi via Charlie November to hold short runway 14.
This is via Charlie November and over short at runway 14 and India 71.
24% movement, fuel cut off to idle. Push back a bit to the left, but that's fine. We'll correct during taxi.
Push back complete. Parking brake, please.
He's asking for the parking brake. Parking brake is set.
Brake set.
We're about to have good start on both engines. Just waiting for 56%.
Alright, steering pin is disconnected. Watch for the slip release from guidance on your left.
Good start on both engines. Electrical bus transferred to the engines. APU is off. APU bleed is off. Fast switch normal. Packs on. Lights dim. I'm going to make all the lights dim now, so that I can adjust to look outside.
Clear for takeoff on 14 surface wind 160 degrees at 8 knots.
Control surfaces check. Full left, full right, full up, full down. Rudder left, rudder right. Spoilers up, spoilers down.
After departing the vehicle, lining up and wait runway 1.
Flaps 5 for takeoff. Engine starts continuous. Local lights on, wing lights on.
Tower Bangladesh 447 requesting radio check.
I'm experiencing a bit of a frame rate issue. I'm not sure why. Hopefully you guys are able to see properly. 121.3 is departure.
Tower Bangladesh 2071, we have information echo and we are ready to...
Dhaka Center is 125.7, so I'll put that in 125.7. I'll put that in COM 2.
Bangladesh 2071 is clear to destination Kathmandu via takeoff 1 Alpha departure runway 14. Climb initially flight level 70 and squawk 47.
Verify takeoff speeds. So we'll do that. 142, 143, 147. We have 147. 147 over here. You can see this diamond going towards there. It's an aircraft which has just taken off. You can see it over here on my wing screen.
2071 is correct at facility for push
I'll request taxi now. Before that, let's see what taxi we are expecting. So this is the navgraph chart. We're expecting Charlie Sierra, or rather Charlie November. Express India 112 request taxi.
Express India 112 taxi via Charlie November to hold short runway 14.
Alright, so as we expected, Charlie November hold short runway 14. Express India 112. Okay, so as we expected, he gave us clearance.
Behind the taxiing traffic, India Boeing 738, push back and start up is approved behind.
So this guy will push back as soon as I cross him behind him.
India. Direction.
Emirates 882, sorry for that, push back is approved, face to the south.
Approved, facing.
So we have to take a right turn over here. This is Charlie. As soon as I turn, we'll be able to see it on the ground markings as well. He told me Charlie November.
Echo on board, standing by.
Bangladesh 447, say your cruising altitude.
We'll be cruising at 250 if possible.
Bangladesh 447, for the flight plan, you need to be an even flight level. Can you take flight level 240, flight level 260?
Roger that, we'll take flight level 260, 447.
Bangladesh 447, flight level 260 has been amended, stand by for clearance.
Roger that.
The taxi lights are not illuminating the ground because of dynamic lighting issues. I had to turn it off because this airport is behaving weirdly. You can see Charlie is in black, which means I am on Charlie right now. Towards my right is November. That is where the control asked me to go.
Okay, Bangladesh 447, cleared, correction, ATC clearance available, ready to copy?
We are ready to go with Bangladesh 447.
447 clear to Kathmandu via takeoff 1 Alpha departure on 14 climb flight 770 and squawk 4773.
Clear to Kathmandu Airport via the schedule 1 for departure via the runway 14, initial altitude 70, squawk 4773, Bangladesh 447.
Bangladesh 447, the packet is correct at departure start.
There are 3 aircraft waiting for takeoff, it seems. So,
Bangladesh 20710, we
are in November right now.
Bangladesh 2071, delay for 1 minute.
This confirms it, November is in black, means we are on November. I'll just quickly turn on the dynamic lighting now so that we can see where we are going. Hopefully it won't take too long. Brilliant. So now you can see the, I hope you can see, yes. Landing lights are now illuminating the ground. I'll turn on the runway turn off lights as well. Oh, and it seems to have become much smoother now. Okay, so something to keep in mind. These 2 rays of light that you see going towards the left and the right, those are the runway turn off lights. Oh, that's interesting. This looks to be an Antonov, forgot the name, 225 or something, Antonov, that 6-engine aircraft. Interesting. It's part of the scenery. Correcting back to center line. I got distracted over there for a bit.
Bangladesh 78, line up and runway 14, expect 3 to 4 minute delay.
Alright, so let me just check that everything is in order.
Roger that. Line up and wait for brake turbulence. Runway 1243.
Everything looks good.
Dhaka Tower, good evening. Air India 417 requesting radio check. Air India 417, readability is 5.
So it says November and to the left November, and you can see runway 14 to the left. So that confirms you're on the right place.
Tower, Charlie, Bravo Delta, radio check.
Charlie Bravo Delta, readability 5.
Roger, request clearance delivery for flight to stand by please.
Emirates 882 confirm, ready to taxi.
Emirates 882 is
Okay. Bangladesh 2071, on your 8 o'clock position there is a Emirates Boeing 777. Can you push back facing south?
Okay, I'll wait behind these 2 aircraft waiting to take off. Seems like I'm number 4 for takeoff. This is 1, 2, 3, then me 4.
Make a little bit long pushback to approve facing south, QNH 1003.
push to face south, Bangladesh 2071.
1182, Dhaka approach 121 decimal 6.
Thank you for your service and plan to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dhaka, Tower Charlie Bravo Delta, with you request clearance delivery for flight to Kathmandu.
Charlie Bravo Delta, your cruising altitude is wrong. Can you take flight level 280 or flight level 300?
Roger, flight level 300. I will correct the flight plan.
Okay, flight level 300 is amended from our side and reported to copy clearance.
FPS issues seem to be back. It's interesting.
E2 request taxi.
Emirates 882 taxi via Charlie November to hold short runway 14.
Hold short runway 14.
Dhaka Tower, Charlie Bravo Delta, with you ready for clearance copy.
Charlie, Bravo Delta,
looks like we'll be delayed for takeoff.
Kathmandu via Tegak 1 Alpha departure on a 14. Climb initially flight level 70 and squawk 4762.
Roger, clear to Kathmandu, exit via Tegak 1 Alpha, initial climb in 7000, squawk is 4762, runway news is 14, Charlie Bravo Delta.
Charlie Bravo Delta, recheck is corrected by 34% start.
Dhaka Tower Air India 417 requesting for clearance to Kathmandu Airport as well, and we have echo on board.
India 71, correction, India 417, your cruising altitude is wrong. Can you take flight level 260, flight level 270, correction, 280?
Roger, sir, we will go ahead with 280.
India 417, thanks, flight level 280, you are clear to destination Kathmandu via Tegak 1 Alpha departure on a 14. Climb initially flight level 70 and squawk 4767.
I'm waiting for everybody in front of me to get the takeoff clearance. I'll have to wait for a few minutes.
Departure runway 14, initial climb flight level 70,
And then I just make sure everything is in order.
Break, Iran Air 1243, clear for takeoff on a 14 surface in 160 degrees at 8 knots.
This guy got his takeoff clearance now.
Runway 14, Iran Air 1243, thanks.
Dynasty 622, behind the departing traffic, Iran Air 738, line up and right, runway 14 behind.
Line traffic, line up and right, runway 14, Dynasty 622.
That guy's rolling for takeoff now. Let's watch his takeoff.
We are ready for taxi.
That's 207 on thanks, taxi via Charlie November to hold short runway 14.
Taxi via Charlie November to holding point runway 14, Bangladesh.
Dhaka Tower, Region Airways.
Got disconnected there for a second.
Information echo. We are at ramp 25, requesting our gains to Kathmandu via the 5 route.
Iran 7109, standby break, Iran Air 1243, Dhaka approach 121 decimal 3, bye-bye.
Thank you, 121 decimal 30. Kathmandu approach, goodbye.
Whole shot bar seems to be here, and these guys seem to have crossed it already.
For 3 to 4 minutes.
I'm just going to hold shot on these bars. I don't want to get into trouble.
Region 7109, report ready to copy your clearance.
Yes, sir, we are ready to copy.
Region 7109, clear to destination Kathmandu via Tegak 1 Alpha departure on the 14, climb level 70 and squawk 4744.
Roger, clear to Kathmandu via Tegak 1 Alpha departure, runway 14, initial climb flight level 70, and squawk is 4744, region 7109.
Region 7109, rate back is corrected by city for push and start.
Roger, we'll call for push and start, region 7109.
Bangladesh 447, still no voice, sir.
There's someone waiting behind. Oh, it's a 777 waiting behind me. It's an Emirates 777.
Charlie Bravo Delta, pass your message.
I think I'll just go ahead. I think there's a problem with machinery.
Charlie Bravo Delta.
I'll pull up a bit ahead. The whole shot bar can't be this close, this far from the runway.
QNH 1003.
Push and start approved, face to south, QNH 1003, Charlie Bravo Delta.
November in black means we are holding short of runway 14, which is in red at holding point November. There's one aircraft behind me and two aircrafts in front of me. So I'm number 3 for departure. 1, 2, 3.
That's 447, still no voice.
Dhaka Tower, Bangladesh 71, radio check.
Bangladesh 71, readability 5.
Dhaka Tower, Bangladesh 71, request Alpha clearance to Kathmandu.
Bangladesh 71, clear to destin. Bangladesh 71, standby.
Stand by, Bangladesh 71.
This is our flight for today.
71, say your cruising altitude.
We head north, then west into Kathmandu.
Okay, so I said run cruising altitude. I will change to 340.
Flight level 340, sir. I'm amending it for myself. Report ready to copy clearance.
Ready to copy clearance, Bangladesh 71.
71, flight level 340. Clear to destination Kathmandu via takeoff 1 Alpha.
You can see there are 11 departures.
Flight level 70 and squawk
pending, 12 pending departures, and already so many people have taken off. It's a bit busy at the moment. Kathmandu Central 124.6. I'll just tune it and keep it.
Take a 1 Alpha departure, 114. Initial clock flight level 70, squawk 4707.
24.6.
Bangladesh 71.
71, feedback is correct. Break NFT 622, sir. For that, clear for takeoff on 1 for surface wind 160 degrees at 8 knots.
24.6.
Only 1 for clear takeoff, NS 622.
This guy got his clearance for takeoff. It's not Indigo, my simulator is drawing it as Indigo.
Express India, correction, Air India 71, behind the departing traffic, 78, line up and runway 14 behind.
This guy's lining up and I'll go ahead and hold short. We'll just watch his takeoff.
Line up wait, people traffic, line up wait, runway 14, 8, yeah, 1.
Right. Air India 417, sir, we are ready to push on, sir. India 417, push back and start up. It's approved phase to the south unit 1004.
And he has rotated, and you can see he's climbing now.
1004, Air India 417.
He's climbing out, and now it's time for us to pull up ahead. Where's the Emirates? Okay, he's right behind us. Yeah, so this is the whole short bar for the runway.
Dynasty 622, Dhaka approach 121.3, good day.
1213, thank you, goodbye, Dynasty 622.
That is this aircraft. We got handed over to the area to the departure controller. From the departure controller, we'll go to the area controller for Dhaka. From the Dhaka area controller, I'll just show this on VATSIM. It's much easier to see this over there. So this is Dhaka. There's Dhaka approach and departure. Then there is Dhaka center. After that, we'll go to Kathmandu center. This is Kathmandu area controller. Then Kathmandu approach, and then Kathmandu tower. So these are the controllers that we'll be contacting.
71, expect delay for 3 to 4 minutes.
This guy just got told 4 minutes delay for this guy.
Expect delay for 3 to 4 minutes due to separation.
Okay, expect delay for 3 to 2 minutes. Bangladesh 71.
This guy's delayed by 3 to 4 minutes for separation because this guy just took off.
71 on 8, India 71.
It's Air India 71.
Yeah, India 71.
So yeah, we're expecting at least 10 minutes delay in departure. 4 minutes for this guy, 5 minutes for me. This is done to maintain separation. between aircraft.
Bangladesh 568 radio check.
Bangladesh 568, suitability is 5.
For those who are joining us right now, we are waiting for our turn to take off. This guy will take off, and then we'll line up and wait for our clearance. We'll just give the cabin crew a beam so that they are ready.
Did you mean that we will do the pushback with facing to south?
Affirmative, pushback at cruise space to the south, as you don't have that much of space. Pushback facing north. So I'm gonna have you taxi via Victor Sierra November to full shot runway 14.
Air India 417, we are requesting taxi.
Air India 417, taxi via Charlie November to hold shot runway 14.
Taxi via Charlie November to hold shot runway 14, Air India 417.
India 71, clear for takeoff runway 14, surface wind calm.
This guy got his takeoff clearance. After this, the controller is going to tell me that I can line up. Just listen if you can catch what he's saying. Pay attention now.
India
That's me.
112 behind the departing traffic, Air India 78, correction, Airbus A320 new, line up and wait, runway 14 behind.
See, he told me to line up and wait 14 behind. Behind the departing traffic, line up and wait 14 behind, express India 112. Alright. So, to turn on the landing lights, and we have to turn on the blinky lights.
09, we are requesting to start.
Region 7109 are expected delay for 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes.
Roger, we'll expect delay for 2 to 3 minutes.
And delay reason, there is Boeing 738 on the reciprocal side pushing back facing to the south.
I'm lining up on the runway now. I'll have to wait another 5 minutes for my takeoff clearance because of separation. The guy in front of me has just taken off, but I'm now lined up on the runway and I'm waiting for my clearance.
Hey, India 71, thanks, Dhaka approach 121 decimal, see, bye-bye.
121.3, India 71.
So as you can see, there's a beautiful runway with the beautiful runway lights in front of us. And this is us waiting to take off. This is the reason in the beginning of the stream I said I had to turn off dynamic lights, because for some reason the lights are way too bright. And there are 2 people waiting behind me to take off.
6 minutes, expect delay 6 minutes.
Expect delay 6 minutes.
Affirmative, thanks.
So this is him. We can probably see him on our TCAS, or no. He's gone above a certain height. The TCAS only gives me alerts up till a certain height. I believe it's 17 or 2100 feet. I can't recall it off the top of my head at the moment. I'm just waiting for my clearance to take off.
Charlie Bravo Delta, ready for taxi.
Charlie Bravo Delta, taxi via Victor Sierra November to hold short runway 14.
Taxi via Victor Sierra November, hold short runway 14, Charlie Bravo Delta.
The hydraulic quantity is a bit less. We have to get ground maintenance at Kathmandu to
Roger, face to north, VGHS-VNKT.
Texas India 112, clear for takeoff runway 14, surface wind calm.
Clear for takeoff 14, India 112. So basically I'm clear to take off now. 40% N1, stabilized.
Emirates 882 behind the departing traffic, Air India 738.
Stabilized.
Push back.
Takeoff thrust.
Correction, line up Emirates runway 14 behind.
Line up Emirates runway 1.
And we are now rolling for takeoff. As soon as you hear rotate being called, I'll pull back and lift the nose of the aircraft.
Clearance to Kathmandu.
Aeronauts checked.
Southwest 568 clear to Kathmandu via takeoff 1 Alpha departure runway 14, climb initially flight level 70 and squawk 47.
Lifting the nose of the aircraft up and possible rate of climb, gear up.
Bangladesh 668 clear to the destination.
You can see the landing gear come up.
Kathmandu via Tejas Alpha, 1 Alpha, and runway 14 departure. Initial climb flight level 70, squawk 4704.
Pulling the flaps up now and pitching the nose a little bit down.
Break, Bangladesh 2071, line up and runway 14, expect 3 minutes delay.
Line up Emirates runway 14, expect on delay, Bangladesh 2071.
Express India 112, contact Dhaka approach 121.3, bye.
Dhaka approach at 121.3, Express India 112, thank you, bye bye. So we have to go to the next controller now.
Dhaka Tower, Bangladesh
622, approaching to flight level 240.
NSC 622, climb and maintain flight level 260.
Climb and maintain 260, NSC 622.
Dhaka control, good evening, Express India 112, crossing 3000 feet, climbing flight level 70.
Express India 112, good evening, Dhaka approach radar T5, climb and maintain flight level 240 and direct Belku, Bravo Echo Lima Kilo Uniform.
Climb maintain flight level 240, direct Belco, Express India 112. He gave me direct to a waypoint, Belco, so I'll go direct to that waypoint. This magenta line is what we are following right now. It's our GPS. You can see the ground below us. It's a bit hazy. The ground is below us and this is the airport we took off from just now. Pass the transition altitude, barometric reference to standard. Anushka says smooth takeoff. Thanks, Anushka. Dheer is being SCC today. First of all, guys, Dheer is a real world pilot. He helps me make my flight operations more close to real life. So thanks for joining us, Dheer. And I'll have a non-vegetarian today. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Anushka's having veg today. Alright. I'll turn on the flight deck lights so that you guys can see what's happening now. Can you see the flight deck a bit better? So let me see. Alright, I'll begin. This is not a very long flight, so I'll begin with the approach briefing, so to say, right now only. First of all, this red that you can see on my navigation display, those are mountains. Those are the Himalayas, the Himalayan range, somewhere over there. You can see barely. That's the Himalayan range, and that is showing up on the terrain radar as red because they are higher than 10,000 feet. They're actually 28,500 feet maximum terrain towards the north, as you can see over here. So that is what this red means. Any drinks? We'll do drinks in the after party, man. After landing in Kathmandu. Alright. I'll just go with the general layout of the cockpit. These are our displays. Primary flight display, navigation display, upper engine display, and the lower engine display. This is the mode control panel. Mode control panel is basically my window into the autopilot. So this is how I tell autopilot what to do. I'm telling it to go to 24,000 feet, and it's maintaining vertical and lateral navigation from the flight management computer using GPS, this magenta line that we're following. I'll square up the heading bug. This is the throttle quadrant. I push it forward, the engines go faster. I pull it back, the engines go slower. This is central pedestal. This is the communication panel. Radio communication over here. This is how I talk to air traffic control. Navigation radios. This is how I will be lining up with the runway when I land in Kathmandu. We'll see. These are volume controls, mic controls. Same on the first officer's side. These three red levers that I by mistake pulled. These are locked. You can't pull them because there's a lock by design, and it's very good that you can't pull them. If there is a fire in the engine, if engine 1 is on fire, I'll pull 1. If there's fire in engine 2, I'll pull number 2. As soon as I pull it, the fuel to the engine will...
Contact center on 125.7. Good day.
As soon as I pull them, the fuel to the engines will be cut off. If I rotate them, fire extinguisher will be pumped into the engine to put out the fire.
Dhaka approach, good evening, Bangladesh 2071 with you, passing 3000 for flight level 70, sir.
Bangladesh 2071, good evening, Dhaka approach rate identified, climb emitter flight level 240 and direct Belku, Bravo Echo Lima Kilo Uniform.
Alright, fuel master warning. Center fuel tank is out of fuel almost. Center fuel tanks is almost burnt off, so I have to turn off the fuel pumps. We have fuel in the left and the right tanks now. So as I explained in my last stream, in the aircraft we store fuel inside the wings. So the fuel tanks of an aircraft are present inside the wings, and then there is a central fuel tank also in the middle, but that is run dry now. We prefer to burn center fuel tank first and then the wing fuel tanks, because wings carry the weight of the fuel, and wings are also where the lift is generated, so there's a huge upward force on the wings. If we have fuel in the center tanks and we burn off the wing tanks, it can generate a large amount of torque where the wing joins to the fuselage. I forgot what it's called. Pylon? I forgot what it's called. Maybe Dheer can remind us. But yeah, so we prefer burning the center fuel tanks first and finally burning the fuel tanks on the wings. Dheer, please correct me if I'm wrong in my explanation. It's very beautiful outside. It's completely dark. Blue hues of the night look absolutely beautiful. Red thingy pull किया, गलती से pull कर दिया. But there is a safeguard built into the Boeing aircrafts. If you pull it and there is no engine fire, there's a lock actually. It will not pull. If I want to pull it jabardasti, you see this button at the bottom. I can push that and then I can pull it. It will disengage the lock. But this is a safety feature built by Boeing for pilots like me who by mistake pull it. We can turn these off and turn on the fasten seatbelt signs. So the passengers can move around. We are crossing 20,000 feet. It's a fairly stable flight now, so release passengers from the seat. I just turned off the fasten seatbelt signs by using this. So fun fact, earlier this used to be the no smoking sign, but now it says chime only. This is because no smoking sign is now not controlled by a switch in the aircraft. It was changed to be always on. There are cases, I mean the no smoking sign is always off, is always on. So now this switch is only used to give a bing to the cabin crew, as you can hear. Yeah, so it's chime only. This is the fasten seatbelt sign. I can turn it off, auto or on, and this is to give a bing to the cabin crew. I'm not sure if it was audible. This is a standby compass over here in case we lose.
India 112, contact us at on 125.7. Good day.
O2 center at 125.7, Express India 112. Have a great evening. Bye bye. Alright. So now we are going over to Dhaka control. My score code is 4756. Dhaka control, good evening, Express India 112. Crossing flight level 230, climbing flight level 240, squawking 4756.
Express India 112, good evening, you're identified, continue climb to flight level 300.
Continue climb flight level 300, Express India 112. Okay, so there are some explanation for us. Pylon by which engine, engine connects to the wing or airframe of the aircraft. Okay, I forgot what it's called, where the wing joins to the fuselage of the aircraft, but it can lead to a lot of torque in that area if we burn the fuel in the wing tanks first and then the center tank. And because I gave that chime to the cabin crew, and Dheer wants to be senior cabin crew for today. He's asking if I called. Drop the act, man. You are the co-pilot. You're first officer today with me. You're the training captain today. And I'm the training captain. Dheer, what is that thing called, man, where the wing joins to the aircraft? And was my explanation about the preference of which fuel tank to use correct? I'm not entirely sure about that. Okay, we are in cruise now. Acha, haan. Almost forgot. We were going to do the approach briefing now. I'll just quickly check which runway is being used at Kathmandu. Kathmandu, it does not have any information, but I'll just pull out the charts.
Kathmandu control 124.6 for good side, right?
124.6, thank you for your service and time. See you soon, bye bye.
So, Kathmandu charts. So we'll be following what's called as a STAR, Standard Terminal Arrival Route, and the one that we'll be following is Keemty. Let me switch you guys over to the charts. You can see these are the charts. Our last waypoint in the flight plan is this Kimti. From here we'll probably be following Kimti 1 Romeo. RNAV arrival. RNAV arrival is basically GPS navigation. So Kimti 1 Romeo, you have to reach Kimti at or above flight level 170. Below flight level 170, you can see this blue line. It means I can't be below flight level 170. It's because of terrain in the region. So I have to be above 170 or at 170. You can expect holding if there is too much traffic. You can expect holding at Munal. Published hold outbound course 090, inbound course 270, left hand turns. Maximum 230 knots and maximum flight level 190. From there Kimti 1 Romeo starts. Kimti 1 Romeo starts over here only actually. To that we proceed to Ratan. Ratan is IAF, that is initial approach fix. Another published hold at Ratan inbound course is the reciprocal of 202. I can't do it in my head. Outbound course is 202, max 230 knots, flight level 190. We cannot be below 10,500 feet at Ratan and maximum 250 knots. This is our initial approach fix. From here we will take either the RNAV or the VOR approach into runway 02. Let me just quickly load up the charts and then we will see what it's about.
Bangladesh 2071, hello, good evening sir, climb to flight level 340 and continue as 5.
Alright, so I'll quickly switch to... I'll probably get the RNAV approach. As per my previous experience. So you can see this is Ratan over here, which we saw as the initial approach fix in our last chart. Inbound course at Ratan is 022 for holding. Hopefully we don't have to hold. After that we take this curving S turn kind of a thing. Various speed and altitude restrictions to be met. You can see we are going from in between the mountains to land. So you can see this is 7,800 feet peak over here, and we'll be actually a little bit maybe equivalent to that while descending. So it's a bit of a dangerous approach, however it should be a lot of fun. I'll just overlay the star onto this so that we can see, and I'll also select the star in my arrivals over here. So arrival Kimti 1 Romeo approach, we'll take RNAV for now. So it has highlighted. We're all the way here right now. We have to go all the way there.
Thank you, goodbye.
So this is our entire highlighted path. This is how we'll be landing. So we'll go back to the flight deck now. If you guys have any questions related to the charts, or if you just want to look at the charts because they look cool, just let me know. I'll bring it up. Because in the flight deck there's not really much to see at the moment. You can see all the reds have become greens now in the navigation display. This is because we're above the cloud peaks now, so they're not really a threat to us, but yeah. So 285, maximum peaks are 285 in this region, and 143 is the secondary peaks. So wherever it is densely, the dots are dense, there the peaks are 285. Where the dots are sparsely distributed, maximum peaks are 143, 14,300 feet or 28,000 feet. I'll do another thing. I'll just check the frequency for the VOR at Kathmandu. Okay, there's Kathmandu VOR is 113.2. So I'll just tune that in so that we can see how far we are from Kathmandu. This is my navigation radio, 113.2. As soon as I tune that in, okay, we are out of range, probably. Okay, so probably out of range. However, I'll go ahead and program the FMC with the expected arrival. So I'm expecting arrival RNAV runway 02, KMT 1 Romeo, Rath in transition. Go to the legs page and check everything looks good. Looks great. Come back to looking outside. Alright, Dheer says we use a center tank for two reasons. First is the moment one that I said, but second is mainly the factor of wing loading. If I have wing tanks empty and the center tank is full at the root of the wings, we will have very high wing loading. Right, great. So we do use the center tanks first and then the wing tanks. There's another very interesting piece of information. It's very cold outside the aircraft. In fact, let me check. T80 is 4 degrees, so it's very, very cold outside. This helps cool down the. This basically leads to the fuel becoming very, very cold in the wings of the aircraft. That very, very cold fuel is then. Let me just verify this.
Center, good evening, Air India 417 at flight level 210, climb into flight level 240.
Yeah, so there's this fuel oil heat exchanger, which
India 417 identified, climb to flight level
which cools down the hot engine oil with the wings, the fuel in the wings, which is very, very cold. Dheer can confirm this for me, but they use they warm the fuel shouldn't get too warm and the oil shouldn't get too hot. The fuel is cold because it's in the wings and the oil is hot because it's in the engine. This is an oversimplification of it. However, they have a fuel oil heat exchanger to balance out the temperatures between both of them. I'm not entirely sure about this. Dheer can elaborate further on this for us. Meanwhile, I'll check the progress page for when are we expecting descent. Descent is in another 180 nautical miles, expecting that 1515 Zulu. Currently it's 1450, so in another 25 minutes we'll begin our descent, which means we should be landing in another 40 minutes or so. Yeah, roughly 40 minutes for landing. Yeah, this has too much stress at the wings. Right, so if it'll lead to a lot of structural stress on the wings if we use wing fuel first and then later center fuel tank. I'll quickly check the METAR for Kathmandu. Few 10,000, scattered 3,000, broken 10,000. Few 1,000, scattered 3,000, broken 10,000. Temperatures 21, dew point is also 21. Which means there will be some fog or haze. Winds are calm, visibility 6 kilometers. Yeah, so as expected, there's some haze, visibility 6 kilometers. That's not too bad. No significant change is expected. I'll just quickly show you how pilots get their weather.
Have a happy landing. Bye bye. Kathmandu Control 1246, thank you. Good evening, Dynasty 622.
So you can see over here I have Kathmandu METAR. This is basically the weather at Kathmandu. This is how pilots interpret weather. So Kathmandu, Weather taken at 28th of the month, it's 28th, taken at 14:50, almost 3 o'clock Greenwich Meridian time. Winds are calm, visibility 6 kilometers. This is the visibility in meters, 6,000 meters means 6 kilometers. Few at 1,000, scattered at 3,000, these are clouds. So few clouds at 10,000, scattered clouds at 3,000, 1,000, 3,000 and broken at 10,000. Temperature is 21 degrees, dew point is 21 degrees. If temperature and dew point are this close to each other, we can expect haze and low visibility. It's not too low, it's fine. QNH is 1012, no significant change is expected. Boeing and Airbus different ways. Okay, I assume this is for the oil fuel heat exchanger. Hi, Boeing and Airbus will be vastly different in that matter, I believe. So we're cruising right now, not much to do. There's a lot of traffic near me, but very soon I'll be handed over to Kathmandu center. I'll just show you what it looks like on VATSIM. So you can see how many aircrafts there are. You can spot me, AXB112, Alpha X-ray Bravo Express India 112. I am over here. Say Shiv Kapoor, VIDP. That is the code for Delhi airport. Delhi is my home airport. Although I think very soon I'll change my home airport to Bangalore. Anyways, I'm about to exit Dhaka center and about to enter Kathmandu center. So at this point there will be a handover. Just see if you guys can pay attention, listen to the air traffic control, give me the handover and tell me if you were able to spot it or not. What you can expect to hear from the air traffic control is Express India 112 leaving my airspace shortly, contact Kathmandu center at 124.6. So this is what I'm expecting the controller to say. A lot of people tell me after the stream that they are not able to understand what the controller is saying. There are actually very few things that the controller can say at this point that I'm expecting. Certain things unexpectedly, yes, the controller can say. With some experience, you begin to understand them more and more. But yeah, I've told you what to listen out for. Just see if you can spot it. As soon as you hear Express India 112, you should start paying attention. It's a transmission for us. Put it in the chat if you guys caught when I get my handover instruction. We'll see who all is able to catch it. So we're coming closer. Okay, so we are now in range of the Kathmandu VOR. You can see this line that is extending. If I turn on, how do I turn on position? Yeah, so you can see I'm at a radial 112 from the Kathmandu VOR. However, the identifier doesn't seem to be correct.
At
124, India 71, thank you, sir.
Yeah, India 71 just now got handed over, if you heard it carefully. Very soon I'll get the same transmission. we are reaching BGT, Bravo Golf Delta, that is Bagdogra. That is the waypoint at Bagdogra. So that is where we are currently at. Expecting descent in another 15 minutes. Can you see? 130 nautical miles. 1 nautical mile is equal to 1.85 kilometers. For Airbus, we have IDG, recirculating, and fuel oil heat exchanger to keep the oil and fuel temperature in the green range, irrespective of OAT. Of course, there's limitation. Alright, so the IDG is the engine, the integrated drive generator, if I'm not wrong. I forgot what it's called exactly. Just a moment. Yeah, the integrated drive generator. It helps generate electricity using the aircraft engines, if I'm not wrong. So basically, yeah, aircrafts have the system inbuilt where the cold fuel and the hot oil are used to it.
Region 7109 is with you at flight level 280, requesting cruise altitude of flight level 320.
Region 7109, hello, good evening sir, climb to flight level 320 and continue at 5.
Thank you. Climb to flight level 320 and continue at 5, region 7109.
Center, please repeat last transmission for the Air India 417.
Air India 417, say again for Dhaka control.
Air India 417 requesting speed 310 knots.
We are turning left now.
Air India 417 approved.
We are at Bagdogra right now. Anytime now I'll get a handover. So listen carefully. Yeah, so Dhir has basically given us an explanation of how it works on the Airbus. Thanks for that, Dhir. But yeah, they use the hot oil and the cold fuel to just keep everything in the green range. Cool down the oil, heat up the fuel. Aircrafts have very, very clever designs. Very clever designs.
Express India 112, contact Kathmandu control 124 decimal, please have a good flight, bye bye.
Kathmandu control at 124.6, Express India 112, have a great evening, bye bye. So he handed me over, said almost what I was expecting him to say. How many of you caught it?
Control,
tell me in the chat.
Scope mode Charlie and scope 2520 please.
Squawk mode Charlie and squawk 2520 Air India 8902.
Kathmandu control, good evening, Express India 112, flight level 30, squawking 4756.
Express India 112, Kathmandu control, identify, clear to Kathmandu, Kimti 1 Romeo arrival, expect RNP02.
Kimti 1 Romeo arrival, RNAV runway 02, Express India 112. So as expected, Kimti 1...
1243, T-Cell, flight level 1, question 210, expedite.
210, you're on A5.
So as expected, he gave us Kimti 1 Romeo with RNP approach. RNP is RNAV approach.
Flight level 180, contact approach 120.6.
Yes. Mom got it. That he called me. Correct. Anybody else who got it?
Confirm squawking Charlie at squawk 2520.
That's really good. My mom has become good at listening to air traffic control now. 124.6. I'll just check which is the next frequency now, and I'll put them on COM1. So the next frequency is going to be Kathmandu approach 120.6. So 120.6. This is COM1. I'm on COM2, so I can bring it into active without worrying about anything. And then Kathmandu tower at 118.1. So that is going to be 118.1. Cool. I'll go to COM1 only because that's where I'll be heading next. I'll just go over my plan one more time. Okay, you can see there's an aircraft in front of me. There's a diamond with +16 written. That is the TCAS telling me that there is an aircraft in front of me, 1600 feet above. We can't see them because they are pretty far from us, around 25 nautical miles, 30 nautical miles or so. But yeah, that is the traffic collision avoidance system telling me there's an aircraft in front of me.
India 982 Kathmandu control. India 982 Kathmandu control.
Confirm the last transmission is for Air India 892 or 982.
Correction, it's Air India 892 Kathmandu control. Clear the question is expect the RNP approach and vectors RNP approach runway 02, then right heading 060 degrees. Sinus 622 request distance.
Expecting RNB approach on runway 02 and turning right heading confirm 060.
India 892 stop descent level 250, then right heading 060 degrees.
Dropping descent at 250 and turning right heading 060 Air India 892.
Sinus 6622 request descent. Sinus 622 descent flat level 200. Descent 200 Sinus 6622.
We can increase our speed a little bit.
Star 1443, Norfolk ATC Monte Uniform 122.8, bye-bye.
So you can see this pink dot went up. This is my expected speed. So the engines are now spooling up.
1423, contact approach 120.6.
And my speed is slowly increasing. I'll cruise at Mach decimal 8. Mach decimal 8 means 80% speed of sound in air.
India 8 to maintain level 250.
Level 250 Air India 892.
India 892, then right heading 070 degrees.
Right heading 070 Air India 892.
Kathmandu Control, good evening. Bangladesh 2071 with you at flight level 340, sir.
Let me see if I can do something over here.
Bangladesh Azure Question 2071, Kathmandu Control. Hello, identified with the Kathmandu Kim T1 Romeo arrival. Expect the RNP approach runway 02.
Kim-T1 Romeo arrival, will be expecting the RNP approach.
So this is the overhead panel that you can see. See me fiddle with.
India 892, continue descent to flight level 190.
Continuing descent to level 190 and Air India 892.
So basically people think that there are a lot of buttons in a Boeing aircraft. Like you can see there are so many buttons and switches over here, but actually it's not that complicated. So we'll start with, they're segregated into logical segments. So this segment over here controls the pressurization and air conditioning called packs on the aircraft. This entire panel actually, this entire right side actually, the whole right side. On the left, this much is for navigation instruments, this much is for fuel pump switches. This bottom bar is entirely for lighting except this section over here. This is for the APU and this is for the engine start. But this part and this part are all external lights. This is equipment cooling. I'll not get into the depths of that. This is emergency lights. These are fasten seatbelt signs and cabin crew call. This is the electrical panel.
Kathmandu control,
This is the anti-ice panel.
Kingfisher 512.
This is the heating panel. Window heat and probe heat. That's it. That's all the buttons. These are the wipers.
2524.
Left wiper, right wiper.
Squawk 2524
So
and Squawk Mode Charlie.
it's not a lot of buttons actually. It's pretty simple. On the center pedestal, I already explained what this is. On the mode control panel MCP, this is to set the speed. This is to set the heading. This is to set the altitude. This is to set the vertical speed. This is to turn off and turn on the autopilot. This is to make this button makes the aircraft fly this heading. LNAV and VNAV are vertical and lateral navigation as programmed in the GPS for the flight management computer. That's it. Level change will hold the speed while I climb or descend. Approach mode will help me capture glide slope and localize it. We'll get in. Today we'll not be having an ILS approach. Today we have an RNAV approach. Oh, you can see the mountains come up now. So you can see mountains to the right. This is the Himalayas. You can see the fog between the Himalayas,
Left heading 320 degrees.
blanketing the Himalayas. Just the tips are available, visible. So to the right, we have the Himalayan range, which is being picked up by the navigation display.
Romeo arrival, expect the RNP approach runway 02.
Clear to Kathmandu via Sierra Mike Romeo, expecting RNP Yankee approach runway 02, Kingfisher 512.
Oh, we have Kingfisher on the
Kingfisher 512.
Kingfisher is on the
over Sierra Mike Romeo.
frequency.
Roger. We'll hold over Sierra Mike Romeo, Kingfisher 512.
Out of the flight, out of the first officer's window, you can see the
I need to continue descent level
mountains much better.
Turn left heading 250 degrees.
Confirm last transmission for Air India 8902.
8902, A from turn left heading 250 degrees and continue descent 160.
So we're about to begin our descent now. Another 40 nautical miles. I'll just put in the descent forecast.
71 descent to flight level 240.
I'll just get the transition altitude 13,500. So I can go here and put it as 135. I'll set the approach minimum also. So the minimum for the RNP is 300 feet radio or 4620 barometric. So I'll just put 300 radio. So radio altimeter and 300 feet. This is the minimum. This is the decision altitude. At this altitude, I need to decide whether or not I can land. If I'm not visual with the runway at this altitude, I need to go around. I can't land. So you need to be visual with the runway environment. So even if you can see the approach lights, it's fine. You're visual with the runway environment, you can land. But if you're not visual, which means you can't see it with your own eyes, you have to go around, try again. If still you can't land, you have to divert to an alternate airport. For us, alternate is Ranchi. For this flight, our alternate is filed as, let me confirm which it is. Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar is the alternate.
Descent to flight level 19, correction 170, break Air India 892, approach 120.6, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Air India
892. Descent flight level 170.
Missed approach altitude is 10,500, so we'll keep that in mind.
Express India 112, descent flight level 270 now.
Descent flight level 270, Express India 112.
Air India Sun 1, continue descent flight level 200.
Could I get descent to flight level 200, Air India 71?
So he gave me descent. Go around flaps.
Kathmandu Control, hello, good evening.
Go around flaps is 15, I believe, for us.
India 417 Kathmandu Control, identify 280, clear to Kathmandu, Kim T1 Romeo arrival, expect the R5 approach, runway 02.
Dheer is still with us. Thanks for being here, Dheer. This channel takes up.
7 correct, quick, C622, contact approach 120.6, have a safe landing, bye-bye.
12060, thank you, goodbye, Dynamic 662.
I'll just select flight level change now so that we can descend a bit faster.
Control Kingfisher 512 request descent.
Because if I descend a bit faster, we might be able to get a shortcut. He said he'll give vectors anyways, so.
200, hold over Sierra Mike Romeo as published, and holding time over 5 minutes due to traffic congestion.
Someone got hold.
Copied that, sir. Descend to flight level 200 and hold over Sierra Mike Romeo. And, expected hold time is 5 minutes, Kingfisher 512.
Kingfisher got a hold. I'll prepare for hold as well. Next hold is at Danfe. Next hold is at Kimti. Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to hold. Let's see. If we have to hold, then you guys will get to see a hold as well.
India 71, continue descent to level 180.
Yeah, continue descent to flight level 180, India 71.
Express India 112, descent flight level 210.
Descent flight level 210, Express India 112. Okay, so descending further. I'll pull up the charts now. Kimti minimum altitude was.
India 1 contact approach 120.6, bye bye.
170. Okay, so we can't go below 170. We are at Kimti now. We're taking our left turn.
India 71 approach 120.6, bye bye.
Sorry, India 71.
India 71 approach on 120.6. Have a safe landing, bye bye.
Yeah, 120.6. India 71, thank you, bye bye.
Express India 11 to continue descent to flight level 190.
Continue descent flight level 190, Express India 112.
Bangladesh 2071, you can descend now flight level 200. Correction, descent flight level 260.
Descent flight level 260, Bangladesh 2071.
Kingfisher 512, expect vectors for the RMP approach runway 0.
We expect vectors for RMP 02, Kingfisher 512.
Kingfisher 512, correct, and just stay in hold for now.
Roger that, sir. We're holding at Sierra Mike Romeo for now, Kingfisher 512.
And thanks, sorry for the delay.
Not a problem, sir.
I hope I don't get a hold. We have begun our approach, so I'll turn on the fasten seatbelt signs so that people can settle into their seats now. I'll dim the cockpit lights because now I need to adjust for the approach.
Kathmandu Center, this is iFly 812. We are overhead Patna, approaching from the south, Sierra Mike Romeo VOR. Any hold instructions?
5 on 225 from my...
Prithvi is here. Hi, Prithvi.
On Unicom.
Welcome to the stream, Prithvi. Joined us in good time. We're about to land in another 15-20 minutes. 15 minutes, I believe. If we don't expect any holding. Here on the charts you can see we are approaching Kilo Tango 646 and then Monal, where we have a published hold. Then our initial approach fixed Ratan, and then we have the RNP approach runway 02. I'll load that in. Last time when I landed at Kathmandu, I was a bit high and a bit fast.
Express India 112, contact approach 120.6, bye-bye.
Approach at 120.6, Express India 112, enjoy your evening, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, over to approach.
And Bangladesh 071, hello again. It looks like the slot has been closed because of arriving traffic again. At this point,
Kathmandu Bangladesh 071. Take it.
Bangladesh 071, at this point, I don't know when will be your turn to approach. So it's your choice if you want to keep holding or disconnect. Dynasty 622, I say again, direct Guras.
Direct into Guras, Dynasty 622.
Bangladesh 071, we would like to hold.
Roger. Just be patient. I'll try to fit you in as best as I can.
Roger 071.
Kathmandu approach, good evening. Express India 112. Kimti 1 Romeo arrival RNB approach runway 02.
Iran 1243, turn right, heading 330.
Right heading 330, Iran 1243.
Air India 892, clear for the RNB approach runway 02, contact tower frequency 11.1.
RMB approach runway 02 and tower 118.1. Thank you, bye-bye.
Kathmandu approach, good evening. Express India 112. Kimti 1 Romeo arrival RNP approach runway 02.
Express India 112, very good evening. Identified descend flight level 170.
Descend flight level 170, Express India 112.
Air India 71, turn left heading 250.
We have a speed restriction at 250 knots, therefore I have reduced my speed to 250 knots.
250 Air India 71.
This is Prithvi's first time watching landing on stream, I guess. Welcome Prithvi, hope you enjoy it. We're just around 10 minutes for landing, I guess now. Bit high on the profile, but not by much.
Iran 1243, direct waypoint Danfe. That will be Delta Alpha November Foxtrot Echo Danfe. Hold over Danfe.
Proceed direct to Danfe.
and confirm hold over downway, please.
Aircrafts having given hold instructions.
Express India 112, fly heading 260.
Heading 260, Express India 112. So I put 260 here, I press this button and we start turning left.
Air India 71, descend 10,500 feet.
Descend 10,500 feet, Air India 71.
Air India 71, direct waypoint Guras.
Sorry, sir.
Air India 71, direct waypoint Guras.
Alright, report to Guras, Air India 71. Air India 71, report it's Mike, Uniform November Airport Lima.
Negative, sir. At the moment, you can go direct Ratan if you can, please.
Sorry, sir. I have only Moonal. So please direct my heading. Air India 71.
Air India 71, Roger 10 right, flying 040.
Right heading 040, Air India 71.
FMC descent path is unachievable. We'll achieve it, it's okay. It's not a problem.
Iran 1243, confirm, hold over Dunfey.
Roger that, hold over Dunfey. Iran 50. Iran 1243, excuse me.
FMC is unhappy. That's okay. When the controller gives you headings and speeds and altitudes to fly, those are called radar vectors. So I'm being vectored in for the approach. I'm not on the star.
Dynasty 622, descend 8,700 feet, clear for the RS approach runway, correction cleared for the RNP approach runway 02.
Descend 8,700 feet, cleared for nav approach runway 02, Dynasty 622.
Okay, there's an aircraft in front of us. 3,000 feet above us.
On the approach, good evening, Bangladesh 2071 with
You can see him here.
maintaining flight level 200.
Bangladesh 2011, 2071, descend altitude 180.
Descend to flight level 180, Bangladesh 2071.
This aircraft is Kingfisher 512. This aircraft that you can see, it's Kingfisher 512.
Dynasty 622.
Who's holding?
Dynasty 622 approach.
Dynasty 622, go ahead, sir.
Dynasty 622 descends 8,700 feet, sir, and you clear for the RNP approach runway 02. You're a bit high, so you might want to descend fast.
Please descend 8,100 feet for runway 02, Dynasty 622.
Can you clear for the approach, and you can contact tower frequency 118.100.
118.100.
Air India 71, can I have the minimum correction maximum fastest speed from you, please? I need to organize traffic a bit, so can you just go maximum as possible?
You can see he was going left, now he's going right. So he's going in circles basically.
One approach.
Because he's holding.
Yeah, yes, everyone.
And yes, on one, fly maximum speed possible, please.
Sorry, sir, please again.
Fly maximum possible speed, please, at the moment.
Yeah, 6250, yes, everyone.
Roger, and Express India 112, turn right, heading 040.
Right heading 040, Express India 112. You can see the ground below us now from the first officer's window. Okay, so he's vectoring us back on to the approach. So
and Air India 71, descend 8,700 feet, cleared for the RNP approach runway 02.
I'll just sequence Ratan in because that's the closest waypoint I can go to.
Descend 8,700 feet, cleared for the RNP approach runway 02.
8,000, descend to flight David, 8,500 feet, sorry, 8,700 feet and clear to Anas approved. Air India 7.
Express India 112, descend 8,700 feet.
Descend 8,700 feet, Express India 112.
Express India 112 expedite and QNH is 1013.
Expedite descend QNH 1013, Express India 112. Okay,
flight 12
expedite.
flight level 160 overhead EPOB.
Hi, fly 812, roger, direct waypoint Guras. At the moment you can
There's an aircraft holding above
10,500 feet, QNH 1013.
Direct Guras at discretion 10,500 QNH 1013. I flight 12.
So I've deployed the spoilers as you can see on the wings over here, the speed brakes. This is to descend faster. You can see that guy who was holding at Sierra Mike Romeo, he's here right now. Now the approach has started, it's getting a bit busy now. So I will focus on this for the moment.
Bangladesh 2071, descend flight level 160.
Descend flight level 160, Bangladesh 2071.
And Bangladesh 2071, this correction turn left heading 180.
Left heading 180, Bangladesh 2071.
Radar Kingfisher 512 holding over Sierra Mike Romeo flight level 200.
Kingfisher 512, roger, continue holding, descend flight level 180.
Continue holding, descend flight level 180, Kingfisher 512.
And Express India 112, report indicated airspeed.
250 knots, Express India 112.
Roger, I fly 812 with speed 220 knots.
220 knots, I fly 12.
Express India 71.
Over to tower 118.1, Express India 112. Good evening, bye bye.
Negative, that was for Air India 71.
Roger.
Air India 71.
Air India 71, my bad. You can contact tower frequency 118.100.
Air India 100, Air India 71.
Express India 812, clear RNP approach runway 02.
Cleared RNP approach runway 02, Express India 112. So So I'm clear for the RNP approach.
I fly 812.
This means
heading
I can go to the initial approach fix. Initial approach fix is Ratan.
I fly 812.
It's a bit too late to go to Ratan, so I'll go to Gurus now.
I fly 812, also Squawk 2514 if possible.
And I'll go
2514, I
LNAV,
fly 812.
VNAV. I can't go VNAV because I've been asked to go to. It is 8,700 feet.
Bangladesh 207.
I can actually go VNAV actually. I've been cleared for the approach, so I can descend via the approach.
Heading 070, Bangladesh 2071.
Kingfisher 512, descend to 10,500 feet, turn left. Correction, turn right, heading 090.
Next altitude for me, I'm going to sequence is going to be
Turn right heading 090, descend
5280.
500 feet, Kingfisher 512.
5300.
Kingfisher 512, firm, and the QNH is 1013.
1013, Kingfisher 512.
It's getting foggy now, I can't see anything outside. That is absolutely fine. Not a
Express
problem.
India 112, report indicated airspeed.
237 knots.
Roger, Express India 812, maintain high speed at the moment.
Confirm Express India 112, maintain high speed.
From Express India 112, maintain high speed at the moment.
Maintaining high speed, Express India 112. Okay, so
I fly 812, turn right, heading 090.
Right heading 090. I fly 812.
I'll put in a speed intervene for 230. That's the max I can do right now. Approach VLF not selected. We'll do a flaps 40 landing 139. I have to remember 144 as the landing speed. I'm maintaining high speed, however, I need to slow down by Kilo Tango 528 by Doven actually. As soon as I begin descent, I'll have to reduce my speed now actually. I need to take 200 now. Otherwise we'll be too fast to land. I'll take 180 actually. FMC says 170, he requested high speed, I'll take 180, but I can't take lower than that. Speed is below 220 knots, I can start taking flaps. Okay. We'll get terrain warnings, so I'll turn off the GPWS because we are flying between mountains. We're of course going to get terrain warnings and it will eat our head. So I'll take gear down flaps 15 now. I would have taken manual control, but I can't see outside at the moment. So I'll just wait, hold off for a bit on the autopilot. We are between mountains in haze, worst time to be flying manually. However, can be done, but at the moment I'll refrain from it. Speed is 144. Yeah. Landing speed is VREF plus 5, 144 knots.
Lufthansa 164, standby for descent.
You can see the gear is down, visibility is too low.
Flight 812 Kathmandu approach has some problem. Are you able to proceed direct Guras?
Affirm, sir, we can turn left direct Guras. And do you want us to join the RNAV 02?
Flight 812 from the turn left Guras to proceed to Crescent clear for the RNAV approach runway 02.
Roger, direct to Guras joining RNAV 02 and can we descend to 8,700 as per procedure?
Flight 812, sorry, yeah, descend 8,700.
Roger, 8,700 as per procedure. I fly 812 will report on the RNAV.
Okay, sir, 512, turn left heading 330 degrees.
Left 330, Kingfisher 512.
Control Bangladesh 071.
We don't have our landing clearance yet.
Last station calling standby.
Bangladesh 071, we are on a holding pattern over Dante, and the approach controller has he's gonna
Express India 112.
Okay, thank you for your AD service. Have a great day, sir.
Kathmandu Tower, Express India 112, RNP approach runway 02.
Express India 112, variable wind, runway 02 clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 02, Express India 112. I can see the runway, I am taking manual flight.
Last station calling, say again please.
10,500 missed approach. So we got to see the runway roughly 30 seconds before landing. From here it's all visual, so I'll be taking this visually, lining up with the runway for the last part. PAPI lights, red and white on the left, indicate I'm too high. More white, less red, I'm too high. More red, less white, I'm too low. Correcting.
500.
Checked.
400. Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue. Okay, we are lined up nicely. Almost nicely.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Reverse as normal, spoilers up. $80 knots, spoiler stored. Reverse is stored. Manual braking.
Express India 112, welcome to Kathmandu, left on Bravo and Foxtrot and stand up choice.
Bravo, Foxtrot, standard choice, Express India 112.
Tower with you, I fly 812.
I fly 812, variable wind, runway 02, clear to land.
Clear to land runway 02, I fly 812.
I need to stop here for a bit.
And Qatari 787, Kathmandu Tower.
It was a little bit of heartbreaking. I think our brake temperatures will be kind of hot.
Was it Qatari 787?
Qatari 787, slight change on your clearance. Ready to copy your clearance.
Ready to copy clearance. Qatari 787.
Qatari 787, you are clear to destination via RK1 Charlie departure and an RN transition. Departure runway is 02 and
I'll take right here.
400 and squawk 2570.
Because there are aircraft standing in front, so can't take those gates.
Clear to destination Doha. RK1 Charlie. Non-transition, flight level, scope 270, Qatari 187.
Qatari 787, read back is correct. Report wind ready for push and start and QNH is 1013.
QNH 1013, Qatari 787.
Yes, the brake temperatures are a bit high, at least on these three tires. This is also comparable, it's trying to go down. but I had to brake a little bit hard. It's a short runway, and I floated a little bit in the beginning, so. And stopped, parking brake is on. Electrical bus to APU, engine start level switch off, lights on. APU bleed on, isolation valve open.
Kathmandu to
Rear damper
Kingfisher
off.
512
Probe
at
heat off.
Kilo Tango 530, 8,700 feet on the approach.
Kingfisher 512, Kathmandu Tower, good evening. Continue approach number 2 and leading traffic A321 on short final.
Continue approach runway 02, Kingfisher 512.
And Kingfisher 512 reduced to minimum speed.
We are already flying minimum speed, so we'll try to reduce more. Kingfisher 512.
And welcome to Kathmandu, everybody who's watching. Express India 112 is on the blocks.
Copy that.
Okay. So I guess the flight plan is already closed. Express India 112 disconnecting request flight plan close, and thank you for AT services. Have a great evening. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can see who all is there. There's an Indigo, and there's this logo which I am not able to recall which airline it is. This is Kathmandu, and we are done. I'll just do some cleanup now. I'll take a few of the something in the chat. Great, thank you, Captain Chico. Thanks, Anushka. Thanks a lot for being here. Everybody, Mom, thanks. Tabletop secretary. This is not a tabletop runway actually. It's a high altitude short runway with it's kind of in a valley kind of thing. So please remain seated. Yes, that is a very sad state of affairs. How people behave inside of aircrafts. However, we had a great landing. A big thank you to everybody who joined, and I'll see you guys hopefully next weekend for another live stream. Do tune in, subscribe so that you don't miss anything, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Kingfisher 512, say your speed please.
So we are now maintaining 160 indicated and reducing to minimum clean speed.
Copy.
Okay, there's a lot of chat comments. Wait. P3 is asking what is tabletop. Tabletop is like Mangalore. Let me just disconnect from VATSIM. Okay. Tabletop runway is where at the end of the runway there is a big ditch or something. Like Mangalore is a tabletop runway. So it's on an elevation, and both sides of the runway there is a huge like a valley kind of thing. Khai. Like it's a huge fall at the end of the runway. Vinayak says great landing. Thanks for joining, Vinayak. Anushka is reacting to the yes, it's extremely funny. Man, it's so relatable and so funny. Alright guys, so that's all for this stream, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.